Morning light slips through the hotel curtains. I stare at my phone, rereading the alert again and again. Front door opened. The timestamp doesn't lie. 0:41 a.m. Mom's message comes hours later. Everything's fine, dear. I just checked yesterday. Yesterday, not last night. My stomach knots. I remember how easily she bends the truth. When I was 16, she took my savings for groceries. It became a pattern. Little loans that never came back. Small lies wrapped in affection. Family helps family, she'd say. And I believed her. Now I pay their internet, their insurance, even their car repairs. Yet somehow, I'm still the disappointment. Too focused on work. Too single. Too cold. They call me selfish for choosing peace over chaos. I think of my sister, Mai. She calls whenever money runs out. Every time it's urgent. Every time I'm the solution. When I suggest they budget, they punish me with silence. Days without calls, just guilt echoing in the quiet. I used to beg for their approval. Now I just want honesty. But honesty costs too much in my family. Mom always finds ways to shift the story. You work with computers, she says. Maybe the system glitched. Her words sound sweet but feel sharp. I know that tone. It's the voice she uses when hiding something. The same voice that once told me Dad's debts were just a misunderstanding. I breathe in slowly, counting to 5. Logic whispers to check the data. Emotion whispers not to look. But truth always waits in the dark, patient and cruel. I open my notebook app. I start typing the details. Time, date, message. I take a screenshot and save it in a locked folder. A small act of defense. Evidence that I'm not imagining things. My coffee goes cold beside me. The hotel room feels smaller. It's strange how fear can shrink a space. I scroll through old texts with Mom. Requests for money. Updates about Mai's kids. Always sweetened with guilt. You know how much we love you, right? Yes, I know. Love, in our family, is measured in favors. And lately, I've stopped paying. Maybe that's why the silence feels heavier now. I call her again. She answers after 5 rings, voice too bright. Oh, honey, don't stress. I just stopped by earlier this week. Earlier this week isn't midnight. I say nothing. Her tone softens. By the way, Mai needs help with school supplies, just a little. There it is again. The pivot. The trade. Avoid one truth, replace it with another need. It's an old rhythm, and I'm tired of dancing to it. I tell her I'm busy. She sighs like I've broken something precious. When we hang up, the silence hums in my ears. It's not the first lie she's told. But something in her voice tonight feels different. It feels like a door closing somewhere I can't see. The flight home feels endless. Every delay stretches my nerves thinner. When the taxi finally stops at my driveway, relief mixes with dread. The house looks calm, untouched. But the quiet feels wrong, too still, too rehearsed. I unlock the door, step inside, and inhale. It smells faintly of perfume I don't wear. Not expensive, not familiar, just foreign. I drop my bag by the stairs and stand there listening. The hum of the refrigerator, the tick of the clock, nothing else. I tell myself I'm being paranoid. Then I sit on the couch, and something pokes my back. I reach between the cushions. My fingers close around fabric, thin, stretchy. I pull it out and freeze. A black fishnet stocking dangles from my hand. Not mine. I stare at it, half expecting it to disappear. It doesn't. I reach in again, slower this time. My fingertips brush silicone. When I see what it is, my stomach flips. I drop both items on the coffee table like they're burning. For a long moment, I just stand there, breathing hard. Then instinct kicks in. I move through the rooms, checking locks, drawers, closets. No signs of forced entry. Everything is exactly where it should be. Too perfect. Like someone cleaned up after themselves. The kitchen light buzzes overhead. I open the dishwasher. 3 wine glasses stand inside. Each has a lipstick mark, a different shade. I don't own lipstick. I live alone. My pulse pounds in my ears. This isn't a burglary. This is permission someone never asked for. I lean against the counter, dizzy. My eyes catch something near the fruit bowl. A stack of small cream cards, tied with ribbon. Renew circle, healing through connection. The words shimmer in gold ink. I flip one over and see handwriting I know too well. Curvy, looping letters. Mom's. Tuesdays 8 p.m. Special session, Friday 10 p.m. I sink into a chair, the world narrowing. Mom's been using my house. Not just visiting. Hosting something. Something private. I press a hand to my temple, trying to make sense of it. Renew circle. It sounds innocent, maybe spiritual. But the fishnet, the toy, the lipstick say otherwise. I check my bedroom next. The pillows are arranged differently. I never leave them that way. The comforter looks too neat, too intentional. In the bathroom, a receipt sticks out behind the tissue box. Sunrise cleaning service, scheduled tomorrow, 2 p.m. I didn't schedule that. Someone wanted to erase the evidence. The thought hits like a slap. Mom brought people here. Strangers. They touch my things. Drank from my glasses. Used my bed. My skin crawls. I grab my phone and take photos of everything. The stocking. The wine glasses. The cards. Proof. Because this time, no one is going to call me crazy. No one is going to tell me it's just a glitch. This time, I will have the truth. I spend the next day installing cameras. Tiny, silent, invisible in the corners of each room. The system streams directly to my phone. It feels wrong to spy on my own mother. But she left me no choice. I need to see the truth with my own eyes. When I leave for my next business trip, my stomach knots. Part fear, part anger, part grim curiosity. The first alert comes Tuesday afternoon. Motion detected, living room. I open the feed, heart pounding. There she is. Mom. Entering like she owns the place. She closes the door gently, checks her reflection in the mirror. Then she starts straightening everything. Pillows. Picture frames. She even dusts the coffee table. A performance of innocence. She's been doing this often. Her movements are too practiced. I whisper to myself, checking on things, huh? She lingers, walking through each room. Then she leaves. No guests today. But the next day, the alerts come faster. One after another. I'm at dinner with a client when my phone won't stop buzzing. I excuse myself, step into the hallway, open the app. The screen fills with movement. 6 strangers walk through my front door behind her. All of them carry bags. One man hauls a folding table. 2 women bring bottles of wine. They laugh like they've done this before. I stand frozen, watching my living room transform. Someone dims the lights. Another connects her phone to my speakers. Soft music fills the space. They roll up the rug. Push my sofa aside. My grandmother's antique table disappears into a corner. They're setting up for something. Something intimate. Something wrong. I can't look away. My fingers shake as I hold the phone. Mom moves among them like a host. She pours wine, gestures gracefully. The guests smile, flirt, touch. They drink from my glasses. One woman in a silk robe lies across my couch. A man touches her knee. My couch. My home. My throat burns as I swallow down the disgust. Later that night, I can't sleep. The footage replays in my head like a looping nightmare. In the morning, I stumble through my presentation, unfocused. Every number on the screen blurs. My boss asks if I'm sick. If only it were that simple. When the next alert comes, I already know what I'll see. This time, Mom stands by the door collecting cash. Each person hands her folded bills. She counts them carefully, slips them into an envelope. $20, $40, $60 each. Her face is calm, efficient, businesslike. I whisper, "Oh, Mom, what are you doing?" The betrayal hits harder than any lie before. She didn't just invade my space. She sold it. She sold my trust, my safety, my silence. I stare at the footage until the battery dies. Then I decide. This isn't just family drama anymore. This is a crime. And I'm done pretending it's anything less. I call the police that night. My voice sounds steadier than I feel. I explain everything to the dispatcher. Unauthorized entry. Video evidence. My mother's spare keys. They promise to send an officer for follow-up. When I hang up, my hands shake. The line between guilt and relief blurs. An hour later, Officer Carter calls back. She listens carefully, asks precise questions. Her tone is calm, professional, grounding. "What your mother did counts as trespassing," she says. The words sting, even though I know she's right. Family doesn't make it legal. Family doesn't make it safe. We schedule a meeting for when I return home. That night, I can't sleep. The room feels smaller, air too thick to breathe. Then my phone buzzes again. "Mom." I stare at the name on the screen. Officer Carter's words echo in my head. I answer and put it on speaker. Her voice bursts through, falsely cheerful. "Sweetheart, this whole thing is a misunderstanding." She laughs softly, too rehearsed. "Just tell them you knew about it. It's easier for everyone." My jaw tightens. Knew about what exactly? A pause. Then her sigh. The sessions, the healing circle, they needed space, that's all. Her voice softens, almost pleading. "You work so much, the house sits empty, why waste it?" I close my eyes, fighting the rising heat in my chest. "You rented my home, Mom." Silence hums between us. "Not rented," she says finally. "They paid donations. It helped your sister's family, too." My stomach turns. She's proud of it. She really believes she's justified. "There's an officer here," I say quietly. "You're on speaker." The silence that follows is almost a sound of its own. Her breath catches. "I'll call you back," she mutters, then hangs up. The officer meets my eyes. "What she did may also be fraud," she says gently. "If she accepted payment under false claims." The words fall heavy in the air. She asks if I want to press charges. The question hits like a weight. Could I really do that to my mother? Would it teach her boundaries, or destroy what little remains? "I need time," I whisper. Carter nods, understanding in her eyes. She helps me document everything. Every photo, every receipt, every mark on the furniture. Each detail becomes another small truth I can't unsee. Later, my father calls. His tone is tired, defensive. "She was only trying to help people," he says. "Help them by selling my privacy?" I ask. He sighs. "Your mother's heart was in the right place." I hang up before I start yelling. That night, an email pops up from a stranger. A member of the renewal circle. Apologizing. They didn't know it was a private home. They filed a complaint against my mother. I stare at the screen, numb. The world is unraveling, and she did it with her own hands. But for the first time, I'm not the one holding the guilt. The restaurant smells of garlic and wine. Warm light glows over polished tables and quiet conversations. I spot them in a corner booth, Mom, Dad, and Mai. They wave like nothing happened. Dad grins too wide. Mom's fingers tap her glass, avoiding my eyes. I slide into the seat across from them. No one mentions the police. No one mentions the videos. You look tired, honey, Mom says. Her voice drips with concern that doesn't reach her eyes. Long week, I reply. The waiter pours water, leaves us in brittle silence. Mai leans forward, smiling too brightly. The kids miss you, Lynn. You should visit more. I nod, saying nothing. Dad orders wine for everyone, acting like it's a celebration. When the glasses arrive, he raises his in a toast. To family. The word lands like a stone. We sip. Minutes stretch, conversations stay shallow. Weather, work, neighbors. Then Mai's tone shifts, careful, soft. Ty needs braces. It's 4,000 up front. Mom jumps in quickly. We thought maybe you could advise her. You're so good with money. There it is, the real reason I'm here. I set my glass down slowly. Travis isn't jobless, I say. He's golfing every morning. Membership fees aren't cheap. The air tightens. Dad's smile fades. That's different, my stammers. He's networking. Mom leans in, her voice trembling with rehearsed sadness. Families help each other. You've always been our helper. I exhale through my teeth. Is that why you rented my house? Silence crashes over the table. Forks freeze. Mom's eyes dart toward the waiter. Dad shifts uncomfortably. What are you talking about? He says weakly. I unlock my phone and slide it across the table. Videos, screenshots, bank transfers. Their faces pale under the soft amber light. You've been charging people to use my home since January, I say. 8 groups, twice a week, $200 each. No one speaks. Mom's lips tremble, but no apology comes. You weren't supposed to find out, she whispers. My throat tightens. That's your defense. Her jaw stiffens. You live alone in that big house, she snaps. What do you even do with all that space? Her words strike like old wounds reopened. I push back my chair and stand. That space is mine. I worked for it. You had no right. Dad tries to calm me. We're still your parents. You owe us respect. I laugh quietly. Respect is earned, not inherited. I reach into my purse and pull out their spare keys. Metal glints in the low light. I place them on the table and slide them away from her. Mom stares, speechless. I've changed the locks, I say. Officer Carter will meet you tomorrow when you return what's mine. I turn to leave. Behind me, their voices blur into pleading and excuses. Outside, the night air feels cold but clean. For the first time in years, I can breathe. The weight of obligation finally lifts from my shoulders. I walk away without looking back. 6 months pass like a quiet tide. The city feels distant now, replaced by red hills and open skis. My new condo sits on the edge of Sedona, small but bright. The mornings smell like cedar and coffee, not perfume and lies. I run my hand along the kitchen counter I chose myself. No one criticizes how I live anymore. No one calls to ask for money. The silence here feels clean, not heavy. My neighbors knock gently, not demandingly. Jim from across the hall brings me a bottle of wine. Sophia, who used to be Officer Carter, visits sometimes after work. We talk about books, not police reports. We laugh about simple things. They don't know the full story, and I like it that way. I can just be Lynn here, not the daughter who pays for everything. On Thursday evenings, I host small dinners. No hidden motives. No guilt. Just conversation and warmth. Marissa from the art gallery once said, "You seem lighter." She was right. I didn't realize how much weight I carried until it was gone. The security system in the corner glows soft green. It feels like a heartbeat, steady and loyal. I trust it because it belongs to me. When my phone buzzes, the name on the screen makes me pause. Mom. 6 months ago, I would have answered instantly. Now, I just watch it vibrate on the counter. The call fades into silence. No panic. No guilt. Later, while chopping vegetables, I listened to the voicemail. Lynn, it's Mom. Your father isn't feeling well again. Her voice trembles, calculated and familiar. I keep cooking. The knife hits the board in even rhythm. For the first time, I don't rush to fix anything. The message will still be there tomorrow. Maybe I'll call, maybe I won't. My choice, my timing. That's new. That's peace. Dinner goes beautifully. Laughter fills the room, soft and easy. When everyone leaves, I wash the dishes slowly. The smell of rosemary and garlic lingers in the air. Then a knock. Soft, hesitant. I wipe my hands and check the peephole. Mai stands there, jacket pulled tight, eyes uncertain. I open the door but stay at the threshold. Can we talk? She asks. Her voice has no entitlement this time, only exhaustion. I nod and step aside. We sit on the porch swing, the night quiet around us. The stars look close enough to touch. She talks first. About her mistakes. About Mom's pressure. About shame. Her words spill out like something she's been holding for years. I listen, not as the savior, but as a sister. When it's my turn, I speak about boundaries. About choosing peace over guilt. About how love without respect isn't love at all. She nods, eyes glassy, maybe understanding. Maybe not yet. But this is a start. The porch creaks softly under us. We sit in silence, the kind that doesn't hurt. Some say I went too far by leaving. Others say not far enough. But the truth is simple. This home is mine. This calm is mine. And for once in my life, that's enough. The next morning, sunlight spills across the floor. I make coffee, slow and steady, no rush, no noise. The phone sits silent, no messages, no demands. For the first time, I don't check it right away. I look out the window instead. The red rocks glow like fire against the pale sky. Everything feels still, balanced, honest. I think about Mom's voicemail, still unplayed again. Maybe she's waiting for forgiveness. Maybe she's waiting for the old version of me. But that woman doesn't live here anymore. I have learned that peace isn't given. It's chosen, built, protected. Love without respect is only control wearing a soft voice. I sip my coffee and breathe in the quiet. The world outside hums with possibility. The lock on my door clicks, shut behind me as I step out. A sound that means safety, not isolation. I walk down the path toward the morning sun. No fear, no guilt. Only freedom. And the certainty that I will never let anyone open my door without permission again.